Hello, I'm Conrad Bain. Tonight on
BitHUD,
we're starting a special show on a very sensitive and important subject. Now, we urge families, children, and parents alike to watch and then to discuss the problem presented, which is of deep concern to all of us.
Alright, we're on the air. From this point on, anything you say will not be cut. Alright, let's have at it. We missed a bunch of stuff because we had busy schedules, but...
We have real lives,
Yeah.
you fucking losers.
But we decided to find the most recent hot topics or hot button issues and just get into them. So
Wait, we both disappeared right as Gabe's comment all this
Yeah.
shit popped out. We were like, oh yeah, we're gonna talk about Marvel and the She-Hulk and the Moon Knight.
yeah, we'll talk about the Nindies.
And then we were like, hey, you free to meet up this day? Nah. Well, you want to meet up on the weekend? Nah. Sorry.
Yeah. So that all happened. So between all of that, we may have missed a lot, but the current hot button issues right now are the Joker trailers or the Joker early reviews. Some people have preemptively been calling it an incel, I guess.
Rise up.
Yeah, or incel propaganda or incel empowerment film.
Yeah, a Time Magazine was the one that I read.
Yeah.
Woo, boy. Oh, that's why I watched that lawyer show, man.
Yeah, I don't think... Have we talked about in the show that you like to, in your spare time, listen to a lot of legal podcasts and...
Legal podcasts, yes. I also watch, what was that? This Day in History? Or no, Today I Found Out. Oh, sorry. Why? I also watch people review items they buy off Wish.com as a, big YouTuber Ashens. He'll type in a random word and then order whatever it is that's under $20. The first thing that's under $20 he'll order. And they'll say, and then he'll be like, how the hell did this pop up? But he'll seriously review the item.
Yeah, I can't say my internet surfing goes too far. I mean, we've talked about before in the past, in high school days, I'd do the deep dives of the sick shit like ogrish.com and snuffx and rotten.com and all that, the hardcore, disgusting, gory videos and images that would just make you want to puke.
See, I don't even do that. Yeah. I just look up the world's dumbest shit. Because it's interesting.
That was my weird habit. And I mean, I purged that. I got all of my system out there real early. So now I'm just okay, I guess kind of...
Oh, it's like me with anime. Because anime is for fucking dorks.
Okay, that's your opinion there. Again, not being cut. It's all on you.
Hey, I read manga and I'm Asian. What the fuck am I
to the people who were offended by the Mighty Number 9 trailer, direct your rage against Dan. I didn't say shit.
Please. I was an anime nerd and I was fucking on prom night. Whoops.
All right. Well, that aside, let's get to the topics. So we'll start with Joker.
Yeah.
So the Joker, the new...
The trailer.
Yeah, the new movie's coming out soon, actually. It's coming October 4th. And in our town, or close to our town...
In our proximity.
Yeah, in our proximity, it'll be playing at the Toronto International Film Festival. I was trying to secure tickets. Didn't have any luck. I mean, I was an early purchaser of tickets, but that thing sold out right away. So I'm going to keep looking every day and see if I can get a chance. If I don't, I'm not shedding a tear because out in a month. But early reviews are in from the Venice Film Festival, and some people have been calling it a propaganda piece for incels. So, what do you know about this? You just watched the trailer. You hadn't watched it up until now.
I actually just watched it. Like I said, this movie didn't really interest me. Okay. I was like, oh, this is a cool movie. But you know me with movies.
Yeah.
I don't watch too many.
Yeah. But then you'll watch shit like sextuplets for reasons that are just...
I only watch that so I can make you watch it.
And
I told you this.
Yeah, it was stabbing us with a double-edged sword, but mine was like my end was a butter knife, and your end was like a lance.
No, it's like you were standing behind me, so I stabbed the sword through myself, and you just got poked in the back a little.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, have at it. I mean,
Well, because truth be told, I've been trying to get back at you for Booksmart.
Booksmart, first of all, again, I didn't tell you to watch it.
It was such a piece of shit.
I didn't even tell you to watch it, so that's another story. What kind of shit is that? It's like I'm getting back at you for driving off of a cliff, even because I said I compared something like driving off a cliff. I had nothing to do with it. I didn't fucking tell you to watch the movie. Why are you getting back at me? Fuck.
I gotta put you through it. I just need you to feel what I feel.
What kind of craziness is this?
I told you I'm nuts. So
Oh, yeah.
I told you I would do other things just to hurt other people.
No. Well, I mean, I figured out you're nuts when we were in high school and you were like...
Say it.
All right, so in economics class in high school, there's no fucking reason.
Oh, that video?
I was like, okay, all right. Oh no, that's another. Okay,
No,
we got a couple. I know what you're thinking
the
of.
banana,
I know exactly what you're thinking of.
The spoon and the giant spoon?
That was another thing. I wasn't even thinking of that one, but that's another one. Oh, but no, that one we were in economics class. We were just sitting there. It was like maybe after Halloween, and then you had like sweet tarts.
Sweet tart. And I was snorting them?
Yeah, you're like, hey, I bet I can snort this. So I was like, all right.
No, you're like, why?
So you started snorting sweet tarts in the back of class. No reason. I was like, all right, this guy. Yeah, but the banana thing is too. For our presentation, had no context to anything. It was like
I related it.
Oh yeah, I remember that. You totally found a way to connect it.
And the teacher, remember what he said? He's like, I don't know how you did it, but it made sense.
Yeah,
was his comment.
Totally, that's exactly how it went down. Is that like what's his name, Hertzfeld video?
Yes, yeah, the Hertzfeld.
Yeah, and it was like my spoon is too big. It's like you made some kind of, I can't remember how you bullshit that, but
trust me, I gave myself like 20 minutes to think about how I could put that clip in there.
But yeah, since then I've known that your thought process is on a different spectrum. For sure.
Well, I told you, I do things that make me laugh. Yeah. You were never in any of my religion or English classes where I was putting up like when we were doing in English, we were doing good versus evil narratives, and I posted like Optimus Prime and Megatron in there, or the one where I played the intro to. What was it? Chrono Cross? To describe elements of fantasy. And the teacher was like, somehow, and like every edit in between was cut from the Pokemon movie, like the interstitials they had there. I told you, I go through extreme lengths for things that make me laugh.
Yeah, that's pretty true. So yeah, I mean, I've known since then. But so
wait, hold on.
Okay.
Did I ever tell you about I'm not gonna wait, you will have to delete this name.
Okay. Okay.
Did I ever tell you what I did there?
No.
Okay, here's a true story. Because in grade 9, you don't get to change your lockers. You have to, wherever they put your ass, you and your friend kind of have that locker.
Yeah.
This girl's locker beside us smelled like hot fucking garbage. Because every day she would take her lunch and just keep it at the top.
Oh.
So there was like packed full of like old ass lunches. Remember how for people's birthdays, they used to have birthday banners that people would like say happy birthday on like paper and people would sign it and it would just be like laying across their locker.
Yeah.
I made clean your fucking locker banners and would put them up one day and every time she ripped them down, all my classes I could see her locker. I drew graphics with paint.
Yeah.
Of like a garbage can and flies and shit. I would run to my locker, pull out a fresh one, and tape it back on. When I was like, why would you do that? Like, someone had to stop this madness. People can... Because this is a Raw, I'm not going to tell you the other story of what else I've done.
All right. This episode's become totally different now. Joker's over.
All you know is that I should never watch the Joker movie. Maybe I'll get it.
I was like already. I was like, earlier today, I was at the gym. I was like thinking, okay, I'm gonna have my talking points for Joker. I was like, oh, I think this. And what are Dan's gonna think? I'm gonna say this, and he might say this. I was like, ready to have a little discussion about it, but
Derailed. Yeah. We should start calling them Raws and just derails.
The show should be called "Why Are You Doing This?"
Yeah.
That's like the answer to anything you do. The question: anything you do. Why are you doing this?
Well, we still gotta apply for that panel at Kimmy Con. There's a show. There's a fan con coming out called Kimmy Con, and they're accepting panelists.
Yeah, we talked about it before. There.
I'm telling you, we need to be on there. I don't care if we have. Like I told you, the gay cosplay we will do. I will dress you up like Chris Tucker from The Fifth Element. I will dress like Rufio from Hook. We can do this.
I can see you as Rufio.
Yeah, right? Rufio. Yo, that'd be a sick costume, though.
Yeah.
The three mohawks.
I'm surprised you haven't done it in all honesty.
Oh. I'm biding my time.
Yeah, in the younger days, you had a Dante Bosco thing going on.
Yeah, I did. Well, I don't know, man. That one time I dressed up as like Ash Ketchum. It took a long time for that shit to wear off, apparently. He was like, oh, that Pokemon guy. I'm like, dude, I'm a great fucking Ted. I did it for a Halloween dance. Oh. That was great.
Oh, that's too good. All right.
So the Joker movie.
Yeah, Joker movie. So it's been garnering some controversy.
A little bit. Okay, so, I looked it up on my thing. First whole page was like 12 articles shitting on this movie. Mm-hmm. Calling it incel propaganda. Yep. And then there were like people who recycled other people's articles like, oh, this is why everyone's mad at the Joker movie.
Yeah, well, some of the primary people who have been really speaking out loud about it are Glenn Kenny from RogerEbert.com and Stephanie Zacharek
from Time.
Time,
yeah. Yo, I was like, I looked at that lady, I was like, you would have a problem with this movie.
Yep.
I'm not saying that there's a type, but you know the type.
But yeah, I mean, it's I can kind of get it. We are in sensitive times, and they've been really just on movies to do this now. Like they always ban things now that are somewhat any kind of hot button issue, like Death Wish. But last year or 2 years ago, they kept pushing it back because of a guy going around and shooting people in the streets. Yeah. Something in the summer that was supposed to come out called, I can't remember what it was called now, actually. It's not Ready or Not, but there's a movie similar to it. But it's about, it's kind of like A Dangerous Game, or that one with Ice-T.
Oh,
where
God.
Remember that one with Ice-T where he's like a homeless guy and then...
He goes around killing people?
Yeah, no. He's a homeless guy, and then like Rutger Hauer and Gary Busey are these like rich guys who take people and they go hunting them.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a new movie that was like that. It's like rich people hunt people in the woods or something.
Yeah.
And that one
Wait, what was that one where it was like liberals were hunting Republicans?
That's what they're calling. I don't know if it's really like that. If they're in Arkansas, so it's like a red state, but they didn't necessarily say it's liberals hunting Republicans. They
that's what they kind of
people put that spin on it, but it wasn't necessarily explicitly said.
And here's the dumb thing: the Republicans are the ones who were like, "No, why would you play that?" I'm like, why not?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, the both extremes of the spectrum are really sensitive, and they both kind of are all about censorship. Like they both are really, really adamant about like none of them really do like free speech. I mean, they always it's free speech when it's convenient to them, but other than that, they don't really give a shit. Everything comes down to whether it supports their agenda and not really being principled about anything at all.
Yeah, I mean, we're principled. We don't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah, pretty much. That's my principle. Like, my view is pretty much down to absurdism. And I mean, I kind of think yours is too. If everything's a joke to you. So.
If I was a D&D character, it's chaotic.
Yeah, chaotic.
Chaotic, neutral, just one for the fuck of it.
Pretty much.
Nothing evil.
Yeah.
Nothing really good. Just hell. Why not?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, so that's my view. I mean, I will say that I do think. I mean, movies can have an impact on, not your behavior, but your outlook on life or your. Movies are influential. Like, I mean, there's no denying movies are influential.
No, same
media
with
is influential altogether.
Video games. Yeah. Someone talking on the street is influential.
Yeah, everything is influential. I mean, if you read a book, it can inspire you to do certain things. It can inform your views and make you want to push you in a certain direction to want to look into things. But I feel like a lot of this already there in you. You've already come to those conclusions through other means. You're coming to those conclusions from other ways, or it's already you have, I guess, like the psychological makeup to head in that kind of direction. Like if you're a person, we'd watch the same movie, and maybe even if we don't agree on it, we'd come out with like the same conclusion about things, right?
Yeah.
We wouldn't want to shoot somebody over it. But if you're already a person who's like fucked up in the head,
or if you have that inclination where like, yeah, you want to kill someone.
Yeah,
the movie probably isn't what fucked you up.
It might. At most, it'll give you an idea of how to kill someone, or like a cool way you'd want to do it, or the name you want to do it. Like the guy who shot up the movie theater dressed up as for the premiere of
The Dark Knight
Rises, dressed up as Joker. Yeah. I mean, he was going to do that anyway, or he's going to do something very similar down the road.
Yeah, he was going to pop some people.
Yeah, so it's not in the name of Joker. I mean, it's not because of the Dark Knight's existence that he did that. He did it inspired, maybe partially. But it wasn't entirely. It didn't come to a point where like, Heath Ledger's like, "Hey, go kill the people in the theater."
No, that crazy motherfucker was already a crazy motherfucker.
Exactly. So that's what it comes down to. Because an example though of somebody being like fucked up and doing something that's inspired by media, but they would have done fucked up things anyway, is my nephew, my oldest brother's first son. I remember years ago when I was living at home, I was watching Die Hard 2. Well, this kid was a problem child, so he was always doing shit no matter what. But
what did he do from Die Hard 2?
So at the end of the movie, I don't know if you remember it, but there's a scene where Bruce Willis is fighting with the bad guys on like the wing of an airplane, right?
Yes.
And the guy knocks him. I think they shoot the wing, and the wing starts leaking.
Yeah.
And then the guy kicks Bruce Willis off, and he's on the floor. And then, Bruce Willis does a line of gas.
And he flicked a match at it?
And he goes like, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!" And he lights the fire, and it goes, shit, it follows the trail as it's flying into the air and blows the plane, right?
Yeah.
So I remember I was casually watching it in the living room, and then my nephew I didn't even realize it. And then about a week later, it was garbage night, and my nephew took out the trash, and then my neighbor came to the door, ringing the bell. She's like, there's an old Italian lady. It's like, "Hey, somebody come and my tree is on the fire. Tree is on the fire." And I was like, "Tree's on fire?" And then I thought she was just like, I didn't know what she was.
You thought she was crazy, old bitch.
Because when we first moved there, like on the first week, she came to my door and she was saying, talking about kids coming into her garage and taking something out, and she was like talking for like 10 minutes until like my mom came by, and I finally and snuck away. So I was like, all right, whatever. But then, so I when that happened, like my parents came and they're talking to her, and I snuck away. And then my nephew kid was like, what does he want? Why is she here? Yeah, like he's really like, one does.
He's curious.
Protest too much, right? Like he was really upset that she was there, and like, what does she want, or something like that. So I didn't think anything of it. I was back downstairs in my room, and then like later on, my parents were like, "Hey, come take a look at this." It was like a matchbook from the casino that I was go to, and the gas tank for a lawnmower. So we look, and then obviously he did it. Then he got into a bunch of trouble, and we had him spend a night in a police station and all that.
Oh my god, you did the scared straight?
Pretty much. So we had him there, but but then afterwards he's back here. I was like, why'd you do it? And then he has said, "Because you're watching the movie, and then the guy he lit the fire on the gas, and it followed the airplane and made the plane blow up." And I was like, so because what he did now, he poured gas on the neighbor's tree and made a trail, and then it lit it and followed it. So overall, I can see how things can inspire crazy people to do things. But again, he already had his issues to begin with.
He was probably gonna do something else destructive.
Yeah, and he had already done crazy things. Like within the school year, he brought a dead bird to school during the West Nile virus and chased kids around with it.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah,
because that's not how you get West Nile.
I know, but he was just doing it and just chasing around with like dead birds and all that.
That's like so missing the point. Yeah. It's not like he threw mosquitoes at people.
Yeah, oh no, no, not West Nile. Bird flu. There was a bird flu.
Okay, bird flu makes sense.
It was the bird doing the bird flu. Sorry.
Well, that's kind of like when SARS was going on.
Yeah.
And I wore a mask.
Yeah.
I wore a SARS mask downtown. If you're like, oh, I thought it was funny.
But yeah, so I mean, what else did he do though? My nephew. This show this become. I don't know what the fuck it's about anymore. But he used to like. Okay, he said he had a girlfriend, but it was like a girl who he just he liked. And she rejected him, so he pushed her on the floor and threw desks on top of her and beat her up and all these things
what
like
the
that.
Fuck? Oh, yeah, a little bit of an overreaction there, bro.
He had mental issues for sure. I mean, he just going to the playground near our house. Do you remember? Probably this.
Yeah.
He'd always go there, and then he would just throw rocks at people. He just in the park. He started throwing rocks at people. He did all kinds of crazy shit, and then eventually finally got him to a group home, and it was out of our hands.
Well,
but I mean, again, yeah. I mean, I will have to cut this part down, but the point I was getting at was that crazy people can be inspired by shit, but the craziness will already be there.
Oh, it's already there.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
I'm already there.
Yeah.
People don't say, hey, it'd be funny. I'm just what can I do that would be funny?
Yeah, I mean, at least I can say so far, I can't connect any of your crazy ideas to media.
Well, because it's not there. It's just, what can I do that makes me laugh?
Yeah.
And my sense of humor is stupid.
Yeah, I mean, as for Joker, I haven't seen it yet. I know I will watch it either next week or next month, depending on how things go. But I just see it as a clear homage to the King of Comedy and Taxi Driver. It's clearly
Taxi Driver, yes,
and King of Comedy. Like a lot of even the aesthetics of it are very much the King of Comedy. I don't know if have you seen
I've never watched it.
Okay, well it's a early 80s movie about Robert De Niro. That's why Robert De Niro's in it as the TV shows. But Robert De Niro's this crazy delusional guy who wants to be a comedian, and he'll do things he'll sit in his basement and he'll pretend he's on the Jay Leno or whatever it was at the time. Johnny,
so just a
Johnny
step,
Car- yeah.
a step below what we do.
Yeah, but it's further because he sit there by himself. He's not recording anything, and he'll have the audience there and have a fake audience there and act like he's really performing. He do things like that, and he's really delusional, and he's obsessed with this TV host that's Johnny Carson, played by Jerry Lewis, and he kidnaps him to get on this show. So I can see things like that. So this is very similar. Robert De Niro now plays a TV host, and he's this crazy. And then Joaquin Phoenix is Joker, who plays this crazy comedian who's got mental issues. You'll see where it goes. And then also you can see Taxi Driver with the whole political angle of it. Because in that he's assassinates a politician. And this we have Thomas Wayne as the politician who's just some kind of uprising that happens in it, and the politicians kind of looked at in, I guess, a negative light. So obviously Joker's going to do something that will be controversial, but lionize a certain group, or lionize him amongst a certain group.
Yeah.
So that's all I see. I don't necessarily see the incel angle. I'll have to see the movie myself to make my own judgment altogether, but from what I've seen, this is where I'm getting from it.
Yeah, it just seems like gut reactions coming from people.
That's
because they're they're the people you knew that were going to go into this movie to get offended. I'm sorry. White protagonist who sucks at everything, they think automatically incel. Right? And then when he does evil shit, they're makes perfect sense. All incels are crazy. Sometimes incels are cat ladies. Just saying.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's a good point.
We just call them spinsters, though, to be nice.
Well, I mean, I don't think there have been any spinsters who've gone out and shot people, and that's where the controversy is coming from.
Yeah, but you know what? Crazy people are going to be crazy.
Oh, yeah. Crazy people are crazy, for sure.
And, and I got to lie behind the statistics. Guys, more likely to be violent.
Yep. That's
more likely to use a firearm.
That's just how it goes.
I always say, women should have all the firearms. Because if a guy attacks a girl, the great equalizer is bullets.
Pretty much.
A 90-pound girl is not going to take a 180-pound dude.
I mean, there's things to be said about the whole good guy with a gun idea altogether. Like, it generally doesn't work out, but...
No, guys, see, we're too irresponsible.
Yeah.
Girls, they'll be afraid of the gun. For the most part.
But also, I mean, it's that and this, like... It generally doesn't work out. I mean, no one's going to be like no one is really Clint Eastwood or Charles Bronson. No. That's what it comes down to.
The safest thing you can do is just fire the gun in the air to scare the shit out of them.
That's about it.
Don't fire it at them.
In most cases, they end up in wrongful deaths.
Yeah, because I was going to say, if you fire it straight forward, you're going to miss that guy. You're going to clip the fucking mailman. Or the child walking by at 11 p.m. at night. Because there's always one.
Yep. All right. Well, any last thoughts on this whole Joker controversy then?
This controversy is actually made me more interested in the Joker movie.
Yeah,
because now I want to see what it's all about. But also, I told you this. I feel kind of sad because I said if Fight Club came out today, that would be labeled incel propaganda.
I've seen some articles kind of lumping it in with that too. So, but, I mean, at the same rate, you have to watch things from a certain perspective. You can't. You have to be outside of it to a degree. Like, just because something features something, I don't think it's promoting it. Like, again, at the end of the day, Tyler Durden's philosophies were seen as the antagonistic views. Yeah,
but I mean, if you look at it from a 2019 lens, Fight Club is basically the Proud Boys.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying though. But it's like the guys in them. The movie wasn't taking their side. For a while, it's like it's kind of a thing of what they do.
It's exciting.
They pull you in. They pull you in. They seduce you with it, but then they say, actually, this is why it's not good.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can't put it on the movie. I mean, people will take things from wherever. Like my psychopath brother takes things like he watches like movies like Wall Street or Boiler Room, and he thinks that the guys like Gordon Gekko are the good guys, the people who are like fucking people all their money. He sees that as motivation as opposed to like seeing it as like social satire.
Well, that's why. But see, I like Fight Club because of Tyler Durden. Mm-hmm. I like Face Off because, funny enough, what the fuck is that?
Nicolas Cage?
No. Well,
John Travolta.
John Travolta is such a good bad guy in it because he's just crazy as fuck.
Yeah, they're both. John Travolta's hilarious. Which, side note, I've got to see The Fanatic.
Right?
It's so hilarious. No, I do think John Travolta is one of the funniest actors. Unintentionally, one of the funniest actors. Like, there's that, and then it's called. You should watch. Dave, watch Broken Arrow.
Yes.
That's fucking awesome. That is. He's a villain. Like, it's actually clear that he's a dumbass. Like, the whole movie is that he's a dumbass, and it's explicitly said that he's a dumbass.
Yes.
And his boss, the reason as to why he like acts out is because he's too stupid. His boss tells him, "You're too dumb for us to promote you."
You're too stupid, yeah.
So the whole thing is like, because the first time I watched it, I didn't catch that part, so I just realized like, why is he making so many dumb decisions? But then you look back and it's like, no, he's a fucking idiot. They make it clear. So it's like one day when he does stupid shit, like the part where like I think he's like he tries to get leverage over Christian Slater's character, but Christian Slater's like, you do know I'm actually right here with the bomb, so I have the right. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah. But no, John Travolta's hilarious.
Yeah, he is really funny.
Like, unintentionally, his overacting makes it so good.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
Battlefield Earth.
I was gonna say Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, that's why
unintentionally hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. I think the Nicolas Cage, he's at least aware of it, I think.
Well, he knows the meme now.
Yeah. All right, so I guess that's it for Joker and everything else we talked about.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess that's it then, right? Any other closing thoughts, or do you want to get on to the main show now?
I mean, we have a lot of stuff to talk about in the main show.
Yeah, and we're at 49 minutes.
Wait,
Okay.
I told you this.
Okay.
I made Erica watch Spider-Man 1 and 2.
Yeah.
The Tobey Maguire
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, we talked about that. But you should have watched 3.
3 does not exist.
You should have watched 3. I mean, for completion's sake, you should have watched 3.
I told you, I can't watch movies that will make me angry. Not like angry as in get me mad and want to fight.
What was Booksmart then? You were fucking pissed.
Oh my god! I told you I was dying.
Yeah, you watched it, and again, you watched it on your own volition. So
yeah, but that turned out to be one of the best, one of my best rants.
So maybe you should watch more things that make you angry.
No, because
that's the takeaway.
My heart couldn't take it.
All right. Well, on that note, let's get to the show.
Yeah.